Good evening from Investsharp. This is Randy Smotone with your Monday, September 20th market update. On the economic front, the U.S. housing market index was unchanged for September at 13, which isn't too great, but the market didn't seem to mind. Of course, we had the CNBC Investing in America town hall today with President Obama. That all went fine as well. The market just continued higher, had a good day. So on deck for tomorrow, we will have the monthly housing starts at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and then we'll have the FOMC meeting announcement at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Time, and then I think there's a red book and something else out, ones that I usually don't watch that closely. See, the dollar, silver, and copper were all mostly really flat today. They didn't move a whole lot. Gold and oil were up. Light sweet crude futures were up $1.20 to settle at $74.86 a barrel. I'm still on the October contract. Alrighty, and the dollar, we're still hanging tough on this 23.50 here. Doesn't want to give that up yet on the dollar via the UUP, the ETF. On the point figure chart for the West Texas Intermediate Crude, looks like we're building us a little triangle here. So we'll see if we wind up breaking to the upside or the downside, but we're definitely like we're building a little triangle here in crude. Over to the Dow. Dow closed up 145 points to 10,753. S&P closed up 17 points to 1,142. Nasdaq closed up 40 points to 2355, and the Russell closed up 18 points to 669. The Russell had the larger percent gain for the second trading day in a row, up 2.85%, and the Dow was the weakest, up 1.37%. Volume was actually it was around average. It wasn't too bad. Actually, the Qs and the IWM's volume was above average, up about 20% above average, so they had pretty good volume. So we're looking here at the Dow. We broke a higher from a some pretty important resistance area here. Now, if I drew a trend line here, so because we've got here, we got rejected, we kind of hit up in here, we got rejected. So I'm watching this to see if we get pull back here when we hit up here around this trend line, which would be around the 10,000, what is it, 825 or something like that. So we'll be watching that over here in the next few days. S&P, same thing. We may have some problems up here around the 1,150, or up here, something like that, but could have some overhead resistance here, but otherwise the market's looking pretty good. Nasdaq, same thing. Around this, we struggled here. We have a little gap right here that we might need to fill on the Nasdaq, but probably around this 2376, 2375 area. Maybe some resistance up here if we go up to there. But again, the MACD, everything's looking good. And so we'll look at the Russell real quick. Russell, same thing. Here we've had some major resistance coming up here on the Russell around the 670, 75, 70, right in here. So we haven't been able to come over. So this is definitely some overhead resistance on the Russell. So we'll be watching that as well. Let's take a look at gold, GLD, the ETF, still hanging tough, still looks fine. Silver slowed down here, but it's still holding up well. Copper via the ETF. Little doji equal buying and selling going nowhere today. And let's look at the euro via the FXE ETF. Volume, just like the heavy selling here, volume kicking back in and buying today. So, but it didn't move much. The VIX volatility index, not a big move in it either. Still right here, still in this wedge pattern, which we've been in for since May, April, something like that. May. And no change there. Let's look at the XLF. We do have some overhead resistance here on the financials probably. We've been having problems. We took it out by a little bit there, but up here around this 15 level is definitely some resistance, so need to be watching for that. Also, let's go take a look at the McClellan oscillator. This is on the NYSE. Right, so we're at 48.74. We're not quite, we're in the area of overbought. We're not quite really overbought yet. We really probably need to go higher. Now the Nasdaq's at 61.48, so we are overbought on the Nasdaq. Now we can be more overbought than this, but we are in a little bit of an overbought area. Take a look at these sectors. So all of the 16 sectors we follow finished in the green today. The home construction index had the larger percent gain, up 4.47%. The semi index was the weakest, but still up 0.53%. Over to ChartWatch. Pretty much anything you looked at was probably breaking out today, but I've got a few that I'll just throw out there. The continue to watch the REITs, whatever, the REITs, that's what it is. REITs. It sounds better than RITs. It's a cracker. EQR. This ACI, it's got some resistance here, but it looks like it's kind of, building this kind of little base here underneath it. And watch coal. I mean, coal's really hasn't gone much of anywhere. WLT did break a little bit higher today and breaking out, and it had a little bit of volume, but not tons. But it looks pretty decent. Sienna broke above this high where it started selling off, and it's got good volume coming back in, so you might want to have that Sienna back on your radar again. Of course, Baidu breaking out today, looks good. IPI breaking higher, looks good. WLL breaking out today, looks good. Union Pacific breaking higher, looks good. Google, my huge move on Google today is up against some resistance at that 510. Ancestry, ACOM, huge breakout on it today. Murphy Oil, I like this one let's look at the 1 year. If you look at the 1 year on Murphy, it's hit here. We broke out above that today, so that looks a pretty good chart there. Keep an eye on Murphy. WFT, it's looking good, breaking higher. Of course, Apple, this ROVE's been in a channel, nice big breakout on it. Value Click, huge breakout, huge move up on it. Long Financial breaking higher today, tons of volume. Open Text broke into resistance area. It's got resistance around at that 47, but a lot of volume behind it, so keep on your radar. Might break higher. Whirlpool, falling wedge, a continuation pattern. It looks like it might be coming off the bottom here and bottoming. So I like this, and I like the breakout, so you might want to keep that one on your radar as well. Hornbeck up against some prior resistance around the 19 level, but had real strong volume behind it. Of course, CAT, all the usuals, the real strong ones have been strong pretty much most of the year. CMI, Joy Global, Deere. I noticed Dolby Labs broke out. Huge move out of this triangle today with volume. Casinos, wins looking good. MGM, like it just broke out above this little problem, this little resistance area it's had. This looks good. LVS is still resting up here. Tight consolidation though, it still looks fine. Chemical company, that's not it. WLK, Westlake Chemical, has some resistance around 30, but it's had really good volume behind it. I like how it kind of put in this V shape, this little base thing it built here. So keep that one on your radar. Looks interesting. Precision Cast Parts breaking higher today. Woodward Governor breaking out of this triangle, and actually had huge volume here on Friday. Today was a little less. Still looks really good, and I guess you could draw it like, well, whatever. Sorry, my thing's not working right here. So, but it looks good right now. So I think it's kind of an interesting watch. VIT breaking higher. TWI, Titan moving higher. Looks good. EJ, eHouse, big move. It's had resistance up here prior. This is a good, big, nice breakout for it there. I like that above the trend line. IOC, Interoil breaking higher above the trend line. The CNH has just been crazy. It keeps going up and up and up. NTLS, watch this. Lots of volume coming back in. It may break out here, so watch for that. It hasn't been able to get over the 30-day, so but I like the volume. So wait, see if it can break out of that. And Netgear, NTGR, breaking higher today after it broke out last Friday. So let's take a look at the current market signals. Follow the point and figure chart for the Dow, NASDAQ, S&P. Price objectives, most of them moved up a little bit today, so they've got some pretty lofty objectives per the point and figure chart, which it calculates those objectives. I don't. And of course, we're all on buy signals, and the market's looking good. So we'll just take it one day at a time and see how it goes. We do have some overhead resistance on most of the indices, so uh, be careful and have fun trading. Thanks for watching.